Welcome to Are We Old? The show featuring two comedians getting nostalgic and tackling life's toughest question, Are we old? Here's your hosts, Mike Fanoia and Charles McBee.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Are We Old? I am your humble host, one of your humble hosts, Charles McBee.
And I am your host, Michael Fanoia.
That's right. We're just two grown men enjoying a lollipop.
Two grown men enjoying a sucker.
Sucker.
You ever call them suckers as a kid?
Yeah.
I didn't.
You didn't?
No.
No, yeah, suckers. Lollipops were always something that I heard on TV or something. But we called them suckers. Yeah, it was always suckers. But then there was like, the blow pops. When the blow pops pop, like, that's when it was
I think we should get into it.
Yeah.
Now, folks, you can find us at Are We Old on the social media devices. You can email us through electronic mail at areweoldpodcast@gmail.com. You can call us 478-420-0690. You could join us for extra bonus stuff at patreon.com/areweold. And we're loving all the comments and the emails. Now, Charles, let's take a walk back down Popsicle Lane, Lollipop Lane.
Yeah.
Which is probably be a nice street to live on, huh? Lollipop Lane.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
All the flowers would be like, you know, you taste them. What was your favorite lollipop back as a kid?
Sour apple.
Charms Sour Apple Blow Pop.
Blow pop, yeah.
When you could
Easily.
see the gum, the red gum through the green lollipop, and it looked like E.T.'s heart.
Yeah. There was also another one that was, and they discontinued it. This was actually my favorite one. It was a sour apple with caramel. It had caramel around it. I gotta find the name of this.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask. There were basically 4 lollipops that I could think of off the top of my head, okay?
Mm-hmm.
There were the Charms Blow Pop.
Mm-hmm.
There was Dums.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Dums had interesting flavors. They were smaller, though, in size.
Mm-hmm.
So they were little kind of like little things, but they had interesting flavors like pina colada.
Yeah.
Cream soda.
Yeah. Yep.
Right?
Yep. And they're tiny.
Very tangy.
And they were in every dentist's office.
Yeah.
Every
Banks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody had it. Now, here's the thing about Dums.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't wrapped well. Do you remember
Right.
Dums would kind of come unwrapped easily.
Yeah.
It was
very
almost,
easily.
whoever was in charge of the wrapping at Dums was like not a very diligent person.
Can I give you a fun fact?
Yeah.
That I have not actually checked, but I remember a teacher telling us this as a kid. Made in Ohio.
Dums.
Yeah, I believe Ada, Ohio. I can check.
May we fact check that, Mr. Engineer? Were Dums made in Ohio?
Yes, yeah. Believe Ohio.
That would be neat.
But yeah.
So as you're going, now you want to know where I grew up near?
Mm-hmm.
The Pez factory.
Oh.
That's a fun. You should come up and we should go visit the Pez
That's fun.
factory. All right, so Dums, Blow Pops.
Bryan, Ohio.
Bryan, Ohio.
There we
Today,
go.
12 million Dums are manufactured for each day. Bryan, Ohio is the lollipop capital of the world.
There we go. O-H-I-O.
Can I just say a thing about some of these facts that are like the most lollipop place in the world? Who's going to dispute that? Is there LollyCon every year where they get a committee together?
I'm sure there is.
This big Tootsie Pop sit across from Big Charms.
Listen, do you give Hershey's, Pennsylvania this much crap? Ohio, let's go, baby!
There's worse things, too. Yeah, there's definitely worse things than being the lollipop capital. I'd love to see the teeth in Bryan, Ohio.
Right.
Then do you remember the Lifesavers ones that were...
The giant squares?
Circle. Oh, my God, I forgot about those.
Yeah.
The giant
the
squares.
Jolly Rancher, or
No,
Jolly Rancher.
Were they Jolly
I
Ranchers?
think it was the Jolly Ranchers.
The big
suckers.
squares.
Yeah.
Those were dynamite.
Yeah.
I forgot about those.
Yeah.
They made a great sour apple one too.
Yep.
I was thinking of the Lifesaver ones that were hollow in the middle. Do you remember those? It was a lollipop.
Yeah.
And you want to know what I remember the most? There was a red and white. It was like a strawberry cream
Yes.
one. That was my favorite one of those.
Are those the ones that didn't have the stick, but it had like a loop?
No, it had a stick.
Okay.
It had a stick.
There was one that had, it was like a loop. And so you could kind of grab onto it with your finger if you wanted to run.
You're not talking ring pops.
No. Not ring pops. It was like it still had the stick kind of, whatever this thing
Stick?
is. Yeah, the sticky part of it, but it was just a loop instead of a
You
straight.
put your finger in it. And
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure that when you're in a corporate meeting at Lollipop Capital, you go, how do we separate this from, you know? I mean, were you a Tootsie Pop guy?
No, I wasn't really even a, later on I got into Tootsie Rolls, but as a kid, I didn't like Tootsie Rolls.
I didn't either.
But later on, I don't know what it happened, but I developed when I was a teenager, I was like, oh, I like these now. But when I was a kid, I thought they were disgusting.
Yeah, I think it's kind of weird if you like Tootsie. There's certain stuff, like if you're a young kid that likes licorice.
I hated licorice till this day. I don't like it. And people, I mean, it's licorice. People love it. I've never liked licorice.
Isn't it kind of hilarious that if you call licorice Twizzlers,
Yeah.
it's somehow like, oh, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's all gross.
It's wax. You're eating wax.
It's just, yeah, literally.
What is this?
There's no redeeming quality. You don't look at it and go like, oh, that's tree vines. Or
I
whatever.
remember I tried because I wanted to fit in, and everybody loved it so much that I tried to will myself as a kid to like it. You know, you walk around with a stick of licorice hanging out of your mouth and blah blah blah, and hey, what are you doing after school? And blah blah blah. Disgusting. The whole time I'm thinking this is disgusting.
Would you grow up in a Tom Sawyer book? There's a stick of licorice.
Yeah,
walking
you never
around.
just
Hey.
you never hung around, or you never seen kids just
Drooping and looping.
just a licorice
Little
hanging
bit.
out of your mouth.
I didn't love it. I still don't. If I have to have it, it's those little tiny nubs. They make little Twizzler nubs that are like, you know, if I'm in need of something.
Yeah.
But it's the last thing I'm going for. I didn't love Tootsie Rolls. I didn't hate them.
I love the dance.
You love the Tootsie Roll.
The dance. You ever
I don't. I'm not a good dancer.
roll?
Can you do the Tootsie Roll right now?
Of course. Get a roll. That's Tootsie Roll. Cotton candy is real good. Tootsie Roll. Tootsie Roll. Gotta do the one of that. Hey.
Nice. That was for free, folks.
That's right.
Wow. This is a delicious treat every now and then.
Yeah, man.
As you age, Charles, as you age, do you think about, I carry candy around with me. We talked once where you carry around cough drops.
Yeah.
That's a fall thing. For
Yeah,
me.
in the winter and yeah.
Can I tell you what I started carrying around with me?
What's that?
And I've gone back in the house when I haven't had any in my pocket. Werther's Originals and root beer barrels.
Really?
I carry around with me now.
Really?
Yes, I enjoy I get in the car and I open a nice Werther's Original and I suck on it. I cannot get to the end. I have to chomp down because they're so delicious.
Yeah.
Root beer barrels I can make last forever.
I've never been a root beer, either barrel or drink.
You're kidding.
Never.
That's surprising.
Yeah. I just couldn't. It just I didn't.
You wouldn't
vibe.
drink. You wouldn't drink a root beer float as a kid.
No. Coke float.
Coke float.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
I didn't like.
Have you
the
had it
taste.
recently?
A root beer?
Yeah.
No.
Would you?
Probably not.
All right.
I mean, if
I like I do the root beer dance.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Can we see
Sure.
a little?
It's a root beer dance.
Yay! There we go. Get it.
It's a root beer dance.
Hey.
It's a root beer dance. It's
Nice.
a root beer dance.
Nice.
Yeah, baby. That's the most I've ever danced.
Yeah.
And I'm only doing it because you asked me to.
Mother's Day, is near, or was near.
Shout out to all the moms.
Shout out to all the moms. You remember you making like Mother's Day gifts when you were a kid? Like, did you do the popsicle, whatever house or I remember making a jewelry box at one point.
A popsicle stick jewelry box?
I don't think it was a popsicle stick jewelry box. I think the popsicle sticks was like a
crucifix.
I don't think I made a crucifix.
You
made a crucifix?
Yeah, Bubba.
For Mother's Day?
No, at church. That was one of our like church what do you call that? CCD or church class, whatever, Saturday mornings.
Oh yeah.
We would make as gifts around Easter. We would make crucifixes out of clothespins, and then on top of the cross, we would have a clothespin Jesus.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty heavy duty.
Pretty intense.
And I would give them to my grandparents and stuff. And want to know what's hilarious? My amazing great grandmother, who's now no longer with us.
Yeah.
She tried to give it back to me. Like before she passed away, she started giving people back stuff that she was given.
Yeah.
And she goes, "Here, Michael," because it would say on the back, because the base was cardboard.
Okay.
And you'd glue clothespins. We'd undo those old clothespins and line them up and glue them, and then glue Jesus. We wouldn't nail Jesus. We would just glue them.
It's a little too on the nose.
Which is a little bit more humane way of putting them down, you know. And she would go, "Here, these are yours." And I had like 5 like clothespin crucifix, and I'm like, "What the hell do I do with this?" And my mom's like, "Isn't it funny that like we all had all this stuff, and now we're getting it back?"
That's
very
funny.
wild. But yeah, no, what I would make was we did a lot of like, because Easter, Mother's Day comes when like flowers are blooming,
right,
and all of that. So we would do a lot of like wreaths.
Oh, okay,
and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like, we would
cool.
like make like a wreath at school and put different colored flowers on them and
that's
stuff
cool.
like that.
I remember we would do the jewelry box, but we also do jewelry, beads, necklaces,
macaroni necklaces.
Oh, the macaroni necklace! I feel like that's like universal.
Macaroni necklaces were...
macaroni was heavily used in grade school.
Macaroni was a very utilitarian...
You're either gluing it or...
using it as roof. Using it as like roof shingles on like a little house you make.
Yep.
Oh my God, they were like pipes.
Yeah.
Necklace, like when you had the elbow macaroni necklace and you gave that to your mom.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think a parent feels when they get a crumb bum, basically garbage, reconstructed into a gift?
I would imagine they went through it. So I would imagine that there's some psychological nostalgia that they go, holy cow, like this full circle moment, if you will. Like now this person is giving me a, glued on whatever, hi mom, drawing or whatever.
Drawings, dude.
No.
How were your drawings and stuff, you and your sis, how were they displayed in the house? Did they stay up forever, or did your parents put them up, take them down?
I don't remember, actually. I don't remember them being put up.
You're kidding.
Well, I didn't do, there wasn't too many, I actually don't remember.
Wow.
I don't remember. I remember, like, if I gave like gifts or if I made something, like they did get used, or they get like I remember the jewelry box I made for my mom, like was on her mantle and she used it and stuff. So I remember feeling proud about that, like, oh, I made this thing and blah blah blah. But like I don't think it was like a lot of like, I don't remember drawings on the fridge. And stuff like that. Yeah, our fridge was always pretty clean.
I like that. I like that, because then it's like, where do they draw the line? And now we're living in a hoarder's paradise,
Yeah.
My parents held on to, and I'd say that this is one of the things that I probably am like most proud of, I'd say. And it took me a very long time to make it in high school. Mm-hmm. I somehow took 5 years of wood shop in 4 years of school. Mm-hmm. We had electives. Mm-hmm. So I took wood shop, and I made my parents a TV table.
Oh, nice.
Which was like, it had the 2 big doors and a drawer on top, and it sat like heavy, it was a heavy duty table. And you open the doors and there's 1 drawer in it, or a shelf. And it was like, I put like 35 layers of like lacquer and stain and whatever.
All that.
To this day, they still have it.
That's
and they
great.
call it Michael's Table. but it did like stand the test of time.
Yeah.
You know? And it's like, I was kind of blown away that like.
I guarantee you it's better quality than anything you get at Temu or anything.
You're
stuff
right,
that
dude.
people buy today.
You're right.
Yeah.
And it's so wild to think back on.
Real wood.
I'm almost out of high school 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
That blows my mind. But like that table's basically older than most comedians we know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's more solid.
It's more funnier probably than a few of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I think back, did you make your dad a lot of things? Dad's kind of got a little bit shortchanged.
Dads
right?
have notoriously gotten shortchanged when it came to like Father's Day versus Mother's Day. I don't actually remember. I think it was the standard tie and stuff like that. I don't remember making anything though.
No.
Because Father's Day is June, right?
June.
So we're already in summer.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're at school.
Right, you can't make anything.
Can't make anything.
Yeah, that's true.
There's no mandate saying.
Also, no one's going to take the initiative
Right.
in the summer
Right.
to like make dad a
No.
tie rack. Or
No.
whatever.
So we're taking him to dinner, and by we, I mean Mom's paying for dinner, and getting him like a whatever socks
Yeah.
or a tie or whatever.
Socks, cologne.
Yeah.
Shitty cologne.
Yeah.
Terrible cologne. Did your dad growing up, was he like did he keep a lot of like was he like a guy that had a lot of hobbies and stuff? Like could you go like some dads loved golf. So you
Yeah.
can go get your dad golf balls or whatever.
It was one of two things, because my dad, I think we talked about it before. My dad's a pastor, and
Yeah.
was always when I was a kid, or most my childhood. So it was either something religious, something he could use in his pastoral whatever. Like we had where I grew up, it was called like the Christian bookstore. It was like the Barnes and Nobles for Christians or whatever, and it had every type of thing, gift, this, that, or the third. And so we would go there a lot if we wanted to, get something, or we would do like a Home Depot, Lowe's run and get him, a tool. There's a tool that I got him that I'm kind of proud of still, because he still talks about it and uses it, because it was something, because he would get everything for himself anyway. You get to a point where you're just like, get him a gift card. Or
Gift
whatever.
card.
But I was like, I'm going to get this mofo. I'm going to get him. So I found this tool, and I think it might have been at like one of what's the thing in the mall where it's like they got like all the coolest stuff.
As seen on TV?
Not as seen on TV. It's the other place where you get like Bose speakers and
Like Sky Mall kind of thing.
yeah, but it's a name. I'm missing.
Wait. Oh my God, it's coming to me.
It's like
Not Brookstone.
it might be. I think that's it.
You can get literally like a weird compass.
Yes.
And then you could get like a suit of armor.
Yes.
Yeah,
Brookstone.
Yeah.
So I was in a Brookstone, and that was another place I would go to check for him, because I knew he wouldn't know to go there. And I found this tool that was basically the Swiss. It's a Swiss Army knife of tools. It's like a hammer or a wrench, freaking screwdriver. It's everything.
Yeah, a knife.
Knife, all of it, and it could. But it wasn't clunky. It really, whoever designed it did an amazing job of making it seamless and blah blah blah. And it's one of those things that he still like uses, and it's just like,
That's
I
neat.
can't believe.
That's neat.
Yeah.
You know what we used to do? We because my siblings, I was an only child for 7 or 8 years, and then my siblings were young and excited when I started to not get excited. So I'd kind of be like, what do you guys want to do for them? Whatever. And we would almost kind of like drop hints where it's like, maybe you should exercise a little bit more. So we would get like sneakers and like a jump rope, or whatever,
that's funny.
and it would just be like stuff that never got used.
That's so funny.
But we would try to like drop little nuggets on them and just be like,
That's funny.
But yeah, it is kind of funny to like look back on all. Nowadays, literally, it's all gift cards.
Yeah, totally.
Gifting is an interesting thing to think about, because it is kind of like an am I old thing, but it's like I used to love, and I still do, for my wife, going and like picking something out and really like taking my time and going like, I'll go to a couple stores. I'll go, I know she wants this, but like, let me find like the best one of that or whatever, Nowadays, even like some of like my friends' kids and whatever, I just Venmo them.
Well, yeah. I feel like if not to be behind hole, but if it's your friend's kids, bunk them. Like, what do I? Like, what? I don't owe you anything. Like, you're lucky I'm giving you this.
I know.
Go get some candy or whatever. But like you said, if it was for your wife or something, I take joy, the hopeless romantic in me. I like when they mention something, and it's like they mention something in June. You're like, come December,
I know.
it's gonna be a December to remember for you.
You're getting them a Lexus. Can I tell you? I have an idea.
Yeah.
Are you able to keep secrets?
Yeah.
I am so effing jealous of you, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
I had an idea. I mean, no way I could afford it.
Mm-hmm.
No way. But I wanted to get this thing for my wife.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And it's a. I'm not gonna ruin it because
Oh,
she
yeah.
may be listening.
Yeah.
But I'll give you a hint. It's a tub that's hot.
Oh, all right.
And,
all right.
Shh.
Don't tell her.
Don't tell her.
Secret's safe with me.
I already ruined it.
Oh.
I started like talking about them. I was like, you know what I think, just as we're getting older and my back is bad.
Bones
Wouldn't it be nice if we could just have like, I don't know, a hot tub to just like, you know, and she's like, no. She goes, no, we don't need that. Right? And I'm like, just don't be so.
Yeah.
No. We have too many things we need to do right now and
Yeah.
whatever. And like, because she knows me and
Yeah.
she knows that I get an idea in my head. And now I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
never not going to think about a hot tub.
That's right.
But I have it in my head because we went on a trip and there happened to be one and she loved it.
Of course.
And the minute she got in it and loved it, ding, ding, ding,
Ding.
I'm going to get her that. Because I like giving gifts way more than I like receiving gifts.
Uh-huh.
I was never a good gift receiver. Did
Yeah.
we talk about this ever?
I think so.
I'm not good at it. And I like watching someone enjoy something. But also, it's so unbelievably awkward when you get something you don't like.
Yeah.
But I thought, she's got to love this. And but I've ruined it, and I've talked about it too much, and she's like, nah. Now, if I just had one installed,
yeah.
she'd love it and then go, how the hell?
How much? Who, what? When,
Right.
where?
Yeah. And she'll probably drown me in it.
That's the thing when you're sharing a pot, it's like you're getting gifts, but also that gift is coming out of the pot. So you're like, so it's like thank you and also WTF.
Yeah, thank you, and get in it.
Yeah.
Because we got to get, yeah, exactly. Now, would you be someone in the old, like in gifting as a kid? You have a high school girlfriend that you're crazy about. Now, I know we talk about Valentine's Day and stuff like that, but would you make things for people? Would you like, or were you more of like I'll go spend some money?
No, I was spending, by the time it was girlfriend mode, it was spend money time. But I was still, so yes and no. Money was going to be spent. It wasn't going to be an all-encompassing, I made this for you. But I would spend the money on the thing and then accompany it with maybe like something. But I wasn't like, I didn't make a lot of stuff, but like I think I told the story. My aunt was always
Yes.
big, and she could put together a whole production and do little cool stuff. So like she would maybe help me with something just to accompany the gift, whatever the gift was.
Right on.
But yeah, but I wasn't like, it wasn't just like, hey, I made this arts and crafts. I made this origami heart for you. Happy birthday. It's like, what?
I am so glad that I don't have kids because I don't have to pretend like, wow, that's great. Thanks.
Would that be a terrible thing?
Yeah. Because I'd have guilt about when to hang. I'd be the house opposite of yours that everything's hanging on the walls all year round.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'd be sad to take it down.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, what if there's, like, this beautiful picture of a bird and they use, like, cotton balls as clouds or whatever, and it says, I love you, Dad?
Yeah.
I got to hang that thing up and never take it down.
I mean,
I understand hoarding a little bit. When it comes to kids stuff.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you're not going to throw out, I love you, Dad.
Bro, my mom has a lock of my hair.
That's weird.
It's not weird.
Now, you know what? It's not weird. I have my puppy's teeth.
Show's over, folks. Get the hell out of here.
I have Charlie's baby teeth.
I tell you, my mother has a lock of her firstborn's hair, not from like 5 years ago, from a
Your
baby.
first haircut.
From a baby. Straight face. Didn't even miss a beat. Weird. Your mother's a weirdo. And then immediately follows it with, yeah, so I got my puppy's teeth. I have my dog's teeth just like, I wear them around my neck every
It's on my bedstand, dude. It's on my lamp.
Oh, my God.
My mother 1,000,000% has hair from when I was a child.
Yeah.
Your mom's not weird.
Yeah. No, I don't.
I'm weird.
I won't tell her that who the
Mrs. McBee, you're not weird.
Oh, hilarious.
Moms are weird. Dads
Moms are weird
yeah,
like that. Yeah.
They keep
but
everything.
if I don't know that I would, but if I'm like married and my wife is like, I'm cutting, I'd be like, yeah, I get it. Cutting off a lock of hair from, I mean, the booties.
I have those. I have my dog's first booties.
That's hilarious.
No, I have mine. My mom gave me back
yeah.
my all my old. I'm getting back things.
Yeah.
I don't want them. I don't need this.
I feel like it conjures up something else.
In
Yeah.
me personally,
Yeah.
horrible memories.
Oh, yeah. Well, there you go.
There you go. I'm not gonna. There's no sugarcoating
Yeah,
it. I look at it and go,
Yeah.
But
yeah.
also, it's this thing of just like, I don't
Yeah, what am I
need it.
supposed to do with this? Or
I don't need it.
Yeah.
I don't want it. I gotta look at it, and now I have this thing about when do I throw it out?
Right,
Why are you
right,
putting
yeah.
garbage on me? You know?
Yeah.
Do you think it's normal that your mom still has your hair?
Yeah.
When does she
I'm
not?
a Pooh Bear.
Aww. You ever go on dates with your mom?
Yeah.
I should go on one with my mom.
Yeah.
We went to the movies once.
Yeah. You should. I think you should. I think everybody, if they have the opportunity to, if they have a relationship or whatever,
I think
you
you
should.
Yeah, I think absolutely.
I got to ask you something.
All right.
So
Can I enjoy my
you
popsicle?
can. So I did a video not too long ago, and I was talking about Who Framed Roger Rabbit, which one of all-time greats. And exactly.
Pretty lady in that
There's
one.
a pretty lady in that one. And one of the comments that people kept talking about was Jessica Rabbit and how she was like the hottest cartoon. Wasn't even a cartoon. She was so hot.
Yeah.
It was like talk about boys to men, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it made me started thinking. Also, Emma Willman has a great bit. Shout out to Emma, where she talks about her childhood crush was Nala from The Lion King.
That's hilarious. Bestiality. but
Bestiality,
whatever.
right? So I started thinking like, there were some cartoons back in the day
Smokers.
that could have got it. That could have got it from your boy. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh.
So I was like, are there cartoons? Did you ever have like a crush, for lack of a better term, on was there a cartoon that you was like, yo, so and so?
Yes. Oh boy.
I'll give you time. We can do, if you want. We can go top three.
Tops? Sure. Okay. We'll start with Ariel, the Little Mermaid.
Okay.
I think she's cute,
Yeah.
and I liked her as both a half a fish and a woman.
I was about to say, are you going? Is it more mermaid or when she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked her hair.
Or if you, I'll just go say, you just go extra toxic. Like, yeah, I like the part where she couldn't speak.
Oh my God. Yeah, I liked when she was.
This is turned
under
into
the
a red
man's
pill.
thumb. Yeah.
Red
No,
pill.
I liked when she came out singing. Ha ha ha. No, I thought she was beautiful.
Yeah.
And I think my wife looks like her.
Oh, that's sweet.
I liked what's her name in Scooby Doo? Not Daphne. Not the
the
hot
blonde one.
I don't want to be rude to the other one.
I know,
but
right? It's not. No, that's not Velma.
Velma and Daphne.
Velma,
So I
maybe
think
Daphne's the
Daphne is
hot one.
Velma,
because Velma was
and that's not a very hot name.
You're right.
Yeah, you know?
Maybe in the 70s.
I know, seriously. And then I think Barney Rubble's wife was kind of a
Smoke Show.
Yeah.
That's a great one.
yeah. She was hot.
Can I give a take that might make a celebrity upset? Talk about a peed off little Charles McBee when the Flintstones movie came out and Rosie O'Donnell was
Rosie
Betty
O'Donnell
Rubble.
was Betty Rubble. Yeah, that was a bad call.
Yo, what are we doing?
DEI hire, bro.
For real.
For real, dude.
DEI goes wrong.
Barney was like, and Barney was a little
He
thuggy
was,
little.
oh man.
Barney looked like a little Greek dude that owns a diner. And he had a hot wife.
smoking wife. And listen, what was Fred's? Betty was Barney's wife.
Wilma.
Wilma. You know, Wilma wasn't nothing to sneeze at. But Betty, whew,
Betty Rubble, bro.
Betty Rubble.
And I like that little kind of toga-ish thing she
Oh
wore.
my gosh, that was a good one.
Now tell me yours.
Oh my, I don't even know if I could top that now.
Jessica Rabbit.
Jessica, here's the thing about Jessica Rabbit.
She's high maintenance.
She's a high maintenance. She was voluptuous. I've never been in. You know me. I like a girl next door. So when Jessica Rabbit came on the scene, I was like, I get it, but whatever.
I'm with you.
You know.
Yeah, she's a lot of cartoon woman.
Yeah. It was just, I get it. It was a little over the top.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. So okay, I can go cartoon human, but I'm gonna go a little off the grid a little bit too. I'm gonna go a little bestiality a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. So I'll start with human and work my way. Man, Betty Rubble was such a good one.
Thank you.
I'll go. Jane Jetson was cute, and also wasn't there the
mom Jetson?
The mom and there was a daughter, right?
Yeah.
Which one was Jane? The mom.
Well, Astro was the
Sing
dog.
the song. His wife. Jane, his wife. Yeah.
His boy Elroy.
Yeah.
So, his daughter Judy.
Yeah, Judy when I was
Jane.
his
wife.
Yeah. They both were cute little duo.
Yeah, mother-daughter.
But crushes go. I'll give you the crushes. Jasmine, Princess Jasmine. Since we're going Disney,
sure.
That was mine.
Beautiful.
Princess Jasmine. Gadget. Chip
Penny?
and Dale.
Wait, who?
No, Gadget from Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers. Wait a minute. Go stick with me. Pull it up. Pull her up, Mike. Gadget, Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers. Listen.
I can't even.
I'm
weird for keeping my dog's teeth.
We're gonna.
You're in love with a chipmunk.
We're gonna. No, she wasn't a chipmunk. She was a mouse.
I mean, as far as cartoon mice go,
yeah,
she's pretty cute.
Nice little. Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at it.
Yeah,
my gosh. Come on.
I mean, she's got a killer bod.
It is killer bod, bro.
Oh, wait. Mike, stay there. Look at the Halloween costume. This could be cosplay weirdness for you.
There we go.
Up a little bit.
There we go.
Up a little bit. There
we go.
Uh-oh. All right.
Listen.
She got a big old wrench, too, with her.
Hey-o.
Can I tell you who was... I give you that.
Yeah.
I give you that. There's some weird...
They knew what they were doing when they drew her.
Yes.
It wasn't like, hey, we're just drawing a regular mouse. They knew what they were doing.
They
did it right.
Can I tell you who
yeah.
I have to give an honorable mention to?
Yeah.
Lois Griffin.
Oh.
Family Guy.
Family Guy.
She's got a little bit of a randiness to her. She gets down. Mm-hmm. I think she's a little bit of a freakadeek, you know? And she's next door.
Yeah.
She's non-assuming.
Yeah.
But I think there's something about her that
all right.
Her voice maybe, her curvature.
She got some curves.
Cartoons can be sexy.
Well, listen, there's a...
I know.
There's a whole...
I don't do that.
I'm just saying.
I don't. Listen.
Listen, we don't...
You thought a mouse was hot.
We don't judge, but there's a whole...
There's a whole thing.
Genre. There's a whole place you can go.
Who do you think is the sexiest cartoon?
Wait a minute, I got a
oh my
couple
God,
more.
I thought that was your... You didn't keep the mouses... Wait a minute, you get more animalistic?
I got a lot. I got some few animals.
Oh, shit, I'm sorry.
There's Roxanne, Goofy movie. Cutie.
I got to see her.
Pull her up.
Is it a female goof?
I guess.
So basically a dog.
Yes.
A hot dog.
A hot dog. Yes. Hot dog,
Roxanne
literally.
Roxanne Goofy movie, Mike?
Yeah. It was Roxanne Goof, and while he's pulling that up, when I was a kid. Rebecca A. Cunningham. Tailspin.
Oh my God.
Boom. I think she's a bear. I don't even know what she is.
That's a chipmunk, I think.
Rebecca Cunningham?
Tailspin was
Baloo and the little boy.
You're right, I was a bear then.
Yeah.
A female bear.
Mm-hmm.
I'm dying to see. Let me see. What do you got right there?
Yeah, she was right here. You can look at her here. That's Rebecca.
Adorable.
That's Roxanne.
That's adorable.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right?
she's cute. The eyes,
I'm
dude.
just saying.
Big old eyes.
They know what they're doing when they're drawing this.
They
It's
really
a little
do.
human fusion.
Wow, you love a lot of animals.
What?
It's
I'm an
no
animal
better
lover.
that I thought that, Ariel was part fish.
Ariel was part fish.
She was I don't even know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting stuff.
Yeah, man.
You know what I love about this podcast? It's like a sleepover. This is what you do. You hang downstairs with your friends, eat candy, and talk about all the hot cartoon animals you want to bang.
That's right.
Really cool. Are you guys having as much fun as we are? Because
What cartoons did you guys have a crush on?
And women, what male cartoons
Yeah.
did you? I wonder if there were as many.
Oh, absolutely.
You think girls had crushes
Yeah, of course. I think so.
on who?
I don't know if they were
Uncle Scrooge?
I don't know if they
Scrooge McDuck?
I don't know. But I'm pretty
Rescue
sure
Rangers?
I think theirs were like maybe more the Disney princes or stuff like that. But there's like a meme going around that's pretty funny. That's like says something to the effect of like when you realize at the end of the Beauty and the Beast that the Beast was hotter than the prince he turned into.
Wow, that is true.
And I was like,
That's a good-looking beast.
I was like, all right, you got a point there.
Hunchback of Notre Dame is who I am. Who was that guy? Remember him?
Oh yeah.
That guy that's kind of like...
Yeah.
That's
Hunchback.
I look like Shrek a little bit. A white Shrek.
A white Shrek?
Yeah.
I don't see it.
No?
No.
I do.
Maybe come in green. Paint yourself green in it.
No, I ain't coming in green face. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been an interesting one. There's drugs in these.
Yeah.
There's Molly and the Lolly.
Molly and the Lolly.
All right, folks. areweoldpodcast@gmail.com. 478-420-0690. We love you. Stay young.
Stay young.